Well, yes, since you're asking me why to marry 5 times, here is my answer. The very first divorce already made it clear to me what the institution of marriage in the present civilization means. One could talk about it for a long time. She is always busy at her work, I am always occupied at mine. Both of us return home tired. Everyone wants to make a career, but who will take care of children, of house? Because with two jobs 30 years ago, unfortunately, we could not afford to have a housekeeper or a nanny. Anyway, I do not think today young people at the start of their family life could afford it either. Of course, if there is a strong will, people will manage to overcome any difficulties. Unfortunately, this will was not present in my first marriage. Quarrels, blaming started. I cut it fast. I filed for divorce. Was it worth it? I instinctively asked. The psychiatrist's answer surprised me. Not worth it. How is that? Do you regret your divorce? You divorced then for the first time? It's regrettable, if you absolutely want to put it this way. But it's not actually a question of regret. Today, it's all in the past, something so distant that it's emotionally indifferent to me, as if it was not about my divorce. The thing is, it's the same every time, over and over again. People get divorced because, first of all, they want to make each other angry. You must admit something very childish and immature. And the second reason they trust that next time they will be more lucky. He laughed. Meanwhile, in this lottery, all tickets are empty. You can understand young people when you still believe that with one gesture you can set yourself up for a happy life. You only need to find the so-called right person, meaning necessarily submissive one. Let's not delude ourselves about it. But when you are 30 or even 40 years old, then you have to understand that if you treat a choice of partner as lottery with hope to win, you must understand that in this lottery all tickets are empty because it's not a lottery. And even if we drew 100, 1,000 tickets, results would be always the same disappointment. Relationship is not a lottery, fortunately. Fortunately, I repeated like an echo because I wanted him to keep talking. Yes, fortunately, because it's not a work of fate, as it's in a lottery, but it's a work of each partner. Of course, there are people who do not undertake this work because they prefer to believe in a myth of ideal partner. Such people will be dissatisfied forever, or at least as long as they don't understand they have to change themselves. A relationship is a job to be done, a job for two, and not alone. You are right, I said again, this time almost unknowingly. Oh, again, what right? I already told you it's not about being right or wrong, it's about honesty. What do you think? There is anyone in a relationship who is wrong? Everyone is right. The problem is that everyone is right. The way it suits everyone, the way it corresponds with our personal features, the way how we were brought up, how comfortable it is for us. And finally, being right is a curtain behind which our laziness hides. Laziness? He surprised me again. Tell me what most people dream of. Well, I had no idea. Do I know? Oh, madam, it's very easy. The vast majority of us dream about pleasures, do not we? Yeah. What is pleasure after all? Don't make an effort to think. I will give you this pleasure and I will answer myself. The psychiatrist smiled triumphantly. Pleasure is sleeping, eating, sexual intercourse, being with others, and preferably having as much as possible power over people. He laughed. And tell me if any of these pleasures requires unwanted, arduous work? No. Can we say in one word that we strive for laziness? Yeah. Well, that's not all. After all, in the human civilization, civilization of hypocrisy, we must not admit that we all strive to do nothing. This striving for laziness has to be hidden somehow, hidden from eyes of naive people. Well, then we need something to hide our laziness behind. This thing is our being right. The more you extend your point of view, the more you want to hide your laziness and striving to do nothing. Doctor, I'm impressed, I said honestly. So your relationship broke up because you and your partner were lazy, right? Even though all of you thought you were right? That's exactly what it was like, madam. The psychiatrist agreed with a sneer. Would it be enough for your relationship to survive if at least one of you in your relationship seemed periodically to be wrong or at least had a doubt in being right? I wondered aloud. Yes, but you can put it very simply. My relationship and millions of others would have survived if at least one partner in our relationship had simply failed to be right and went to war. Real, hard, everyday work. When working hard, we do not have to hide any laziness. And the less laziness, the less time to remember if you are right in this or other philosophical point. And if there is no problem in being right, there is no problem who is right, then every relationship is safe. Well, doctor, if as you say you regret that the first relationship broke up, then why your subsequent relationships also failed? He tossed his hands aside. They all broke up for the same reason as the first relationship. So I asked I asked incredulous. Well, we have already established that people diverge when they cannot work out a balance between their reasons. That's the only reason you always separated from your women. I know what you think. What a sincere but naive and incorrect fool I am, that so many times I have sneaked into my honesty instead of pretending to agree, if only for the sake of peace, or as the saying goes, for the sake of children. This is the price of honesty. I have yet to come across a woman who would prefer truth to lies. What are you saying? Well, but somehow at least at the beginning you can like and perhaps even love. Haha, yes, of course. As you can see, I'm not too pretty because I'm neither particularly tall nor beautiful, he laughed. But yes, there is something about me that charms women very quickly at the beginning. Do you know what it is? Well, I wondered aloud. Don't worry, you will never guess. What is it? I asked, puzzled. It's nothing but just honesty, the psychiatrist announced with visible satisfaction. Yes, the same sincerity as always and honesty. Only think, what a great convenience when one doesn't hide what one feels and desires. When I like a woman, I don't hide it. I don't pretend to be indifferent to her, just like it's with you today. If I were not sincere, I would not reveal to you that I feel attracted to you. Yeah, but no, but to like somebody is the simplest of all things. Either you like someone or you don't. Women want to please men. It's not true that women want to please only their own men. Every man. This is the nature of all females, and human females differ from other animal ones only in that they have perfected to the extreme an art of pleasing males. But you are saying ugly. I felt indignant. And what will be next? We will see soon.